The FPL game isn't out yet, but today we had a big announcement. Apart from several more players being priced and revealed to us, we had big changes announced for the season. As you can see, there are several changes. I already know what the changes are, but I wanted to make for sure a video about my thoughts, what I think initially about them, and how I see the best approach for them. So basically, this is a tips video on how to capitalize on the new changes and how you can get ahead of the rest of the community and how you can get out of basically a lot of bad situations. So yeah, hopefully you stay until the end because we're going to talk about everything that is being changed and how it is affecting it. If you like to see more content and want to be part of the community, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. When the game is out, I will be doing a live stream of building my team, so you can follow that. Then I will create a short video for those who wouldn't be able to make it, so you know what my team is and how I got there. But for sure, the stream is going to be interesting. After I come back from work, I won't be doing a transfer on the phone. So basically, the everything won't be done on the phone. I will come back, I will sit, I will press the stream button, and I will start building it. You can come and join me live. You can come with your lineups. You can suggest players. You can think about a lot of things. I would like to have you more involved during my build-up process for game week 1, as opposed to last year when I was doing it all by myself. This year, I want to have people involved. I want to hear suggestions. I want to hear different opinions. I want to share with me how I build teams. So basically, this is going to be live build of the team. So maybe I will try and do videos about several things such like that, maybe streams where I will update my draft and give you an update why I picked those players. It will be like a live communication, so stay tuned for that. If you want to be part of those communications, don't be afraid, ask questions, ask about opinion, give your opinion. I'm answering to everything. That is not a bad thing like hate or some bullying to other people or shouting bad decisions. I'm not going to give that. I want your honest opinion. I want it well structured. You can say pick this and I want to hear why I should pick this and why do you believe that, not because of stats or just vibe. You can have a general opinion and let's make a community that thinks, and it's going to be different from just copy and paste my team. If you want to do that, feel free. I'm not here to say someone is wrong or someone did something or someone did that. If you want to copy my team or copy someone else, feel free to do it, but I want to make you thinking and I want you to have fun in the game and to enjoy the game because first of all, it's going to be your decision. Second of all, you'll find it more fun. And third of all, it's going to be you who win it one day or another. So please, if you have anything to add, anything to describe, anything to suggest, don't be afraid to do it. If you want to copy, do it. It's up to you guys. And now let's dive into the changes after this long intro that I did. Sorry for that, but let's dive. So in summary, there are going to be more transfers, new chip, and this is going to be seriously a season like no other. So the first change is the 5 transfer rule. Until now you were only able to save up to 3 transfers. This means every week you get 1 free transfers for those of you that are playing the game fresh and it's there for a season. So every week you get 1 free transfer. After the week passes and you haven't used your transfer, it got banked. You could have stored up to 2 transfers. So if, let's say, after game week 1 and after game week 2, you don't use your transfers and then you decide that you want to migrate them to game week 3, but then in game week 3 you don't want to change your team and you buy basically no one and you go to save the 3rd transfer, that was scratched off and you were remaining with 2 transfers after game week 3. Now the rule is changed. You still get 1 free transfer per week after every week. So after game week 1, after game week 2, up until after game week 37. But now you can bank up to 5 transfers, which is game breaking. Honestly, 5 transfers saved. This is not a mini wildcard. This is an enormous wildcard. Like I've seen several people in the past years do the wildcard changes for 3 or 4 players because their team was amazing already. So basically you have a second wildcard, a second semi wildcard. Let's not call it mini, but semi. You can still take a hit. So basically with a -4 or -8, you can do 7 transfers, and 7 transfers is more than half of your team starting lineup. So that seems crazy, and that's a good thing. The other thing that is changed: before, if you use the wildcard and you had 2 free transfers saved, then after that you got only 1. Now those transfers are saved. So after the wildcard, if you had 4 transfers, they will transfer for the next, and you'll be most probably given 1 for the 5th. That's not something that they've specifically said, but I think it's going to be that way. The same goes with free hit. Here, my thoughts are: after a wildcard, that's crazy to do because you can stack transfers, wildcard, and then you have 4 transfers or 5 transfers left, and you can basically get out of jail for so long. Like there is a strategy in my mind, like you go, and I think I've saw someone mention it. Yeah, Tom from my community suggested to me, like another Tom suggested it. But yeah, I was thinking about similar things. Like you can use the after game week 1, after game week 2, after game week 3, even after game week 4, you could save transfers, or you could just use only 1 and then use the wild card and you have 3 or 4 transfers banked. You can even go to 5. So you use the wildcard in game week 5 and then you have 5 more transfers. And if that doesn't sound pretty tricky, I don't know what it is. With free hit, I get it. It's not a very good thing. Like you own the transfers, and just for a small game week, you decided to use the free hit, and then the transfers are gone, and you had to use them before the transfers were reverted. This way, for the free hit, I agree, but with the wild card, I think at least it should have been only left with 2 or only left with 1. Like having 5 transfers, that's an absurd number. And if you get ahead in the beginning of the season, then you do the wild card and get the best players in your side, and then you have 5 free transfers to get. No one is catching you up until the half of the season. I mean, who is going to catch you? You have to make such a bad decision of players that are so bad that you should be losing the draft. Like, this is going to be good for teams that are planning. For teams that are not planning, this is going to be good for casuals. If you sleep too much and you miss the deadline, you won't lose the transfer. You can get back to speed with 3-4 transfers. It's like a mini wildcard. We code 2 free transfers, a mini wildcard when you take a hit for a -4. Now you can save up to 5 transfers and do 6 for a -4. That is a semi wildcard. That's basically over 1/3 of your team changed for a -4. Which is a groundbreaking for me. A lot of things will happen here, a lot of strategies will develop. We'll have to cover a lot of them, but we will try and assess the page and the transfers step by step and see what different strategies we can adapt. As maybe we will need to get out of jail free card, maybe to double up on the wild card, maybe something like that, maybe to catch up to someone. That means that if you are far behind than someone and he's using transfers regularly, and you want to surprise him and to catch him in the mini league, 3-4 transfers, and you are basically better prepared than him for no hits. So this no wild card usage when you have 5 free transfers is amazing. For the bench boost and triple captaincy, there isn't no change apart from more transfers being stacked as it's stated here. So honestly, I think that this change, we'll see how it's going to affect. But for me, saving the transfers, especially for the beginning, like you spent over a month planning your team and then using transfers every week seems strange. Just monitor players, see how they're playing, see which team is getting ahead, which team is getting bad, and then after game week 3 or 4, you can either wildcard or use 3 to 5 transfers to just swap the bad players and bring in the hot guys. So yeah, a lot of strategies to happen. So we're going to discuss a lot of them. Next, we got a new view and we have a new chip. So basically it's called a mystery chip. And I believe that I've seen a lot of players in the community that is the X community. It's like a small portion of the community, like the biggest YouTuber and content creator has around 400,000 subscribers, while the game is being played by around 10 million people, even though there are some bot teams. Let's say 7 million people play the game. So that is not such a big number. That is like 5-6% of the game. But there have been some bad things saying about the mystery chip. In my opinion, that is not bad. I believe that this is going to be the countermeasure to too much planning with the 5 free transfers, because if you know the exact chips, you know the blanks, you know everything, you can just go and plan from now up until the end game of 38 where you would like to change. You can adjust a little bit, but basically the plan will be the same. But with this mystery chip, like, it can be a limitless draft, it can be out on attack chip that was used before in previous years in FPL. Like, it can be a lot of things, and it's better to not know it than to predict it from now. Like, this is a good thing to get the viewers hooked. This gives the opportunity for FPL to say, okay, we can maybe add something like another wild card, maybe something like limitless. Like, there is the World Cup, Cup is on the summer, so it can be a lot of things, and it's good for me to have something unknown, because if we knew everything, that will be just the hardcore players will get ahead of the casuals even more. With this mystery chip, everything can happen, and it can break a lot of strategies. It can break a lot of stuff, and it will be revealed in 5 months' time. So yeah, it's okay for something to be waited. The pitch design, honestly, this is the FPL challenge design. I don't care about it. Honestly, I personally don't care. Teams are the same, player names are there, so it's just information, and I don't see a reason to discuss it. And now we have some interesting things to discuss: the points scoring and the bonus points changes. So realistically, there is a change in the goalkeeper scoring points. I believe that it is a good thing, because the goalkeeper scores once in 5 years or something like that, or 10 years. And to have the same number of points as defenders, it doesn't seem okay, because defender joins set pieces. Defenders do a lot of things. They can get a lucky goal, while goalkeepers are lucky goals, and at least get 10 points for that, which is amazing. And now we have the bonus points changes. So bonus points is a metric for those of you who have not been playing the game so far. If you are coming from Euro Fantasy, like it equals similar to the man of the match. So bonus point, there is a system with different point ranges. So I believe this will be, yes. So you get, for this playing 1 to 6 minutes, you get 3 bonus points. For playing over 6, you get 6, and you get how they get similar bonus points, like conceding a foul, -1, being tackled, -1, yellow card, -3. So you're getting some bonus points that are being stacked during the game. And then at the end of the game, the top 3 players or the top 3 scores get bonus points from 3 to 1. And that's how they get the bonus points equals man of the match from the Euro Fantasy. So that's the system. No one looks at it as something that important because I haven't seen anyone saying, okay, last season, let's say Danny Ings got a lot of bonus points while he was on form. So let's bring Danny Ings because he scores a lot of bonus points. No, they are looking still for goals. They're looking still for things. But now there have been some changes that I believe are going to affect somehow the things that we see and do, because we somehow knew that, for example, Trippier, who is a perfect example, because when the game finished 0-0 or the game finished like 1-0 to the other team, Trippier was still sometimes getting bonus points, which sounded pretty absurd, but it was true because Trippier was doing so good the things. Now this will change him. On other defenders, such as, let's say, Guardiola, this will affect them as well. Midfielders will be affected, and I will discuss in a minute why. Firstly, saving a penalty will be reduced from 15 to 9. So basically, last season, Areola saved a penalty. Even though he conceded a goal, he got the 5 points saved from a pen, and then he got 3 bonus. So basically, it was like 1 penalty save, and it was immediately 3 bonus for the goalkeeper, even though he conceded, even though he did things. Now, compared to that, he will receive 9 instead of 15, and if they concede a goal after that, they will lose 4 more. So basically, for a save penalty with no clean sheet, that instead of 15, that's just to 5, which is a very big drop, in my opinion, for the bonus point numbers. And like, he was winning by 5-6 points, now he's down 10. So yeah, and that is for every goal conceded. So basically, if he saves a penalty, it was before 3 bonus points walked, even if they concede 2 or 3 goals. Now, penalty saves won't matter as that much on the bonus points, so he won't get instantly 3 more points. That is added to the defenders. Now it will be pretty tricky for a defender. Let's say, even if he scores a goal, but they lose 5-1, and the defender scored, he's not getting a lot of bonus points. Defenders like Poro, defenders like... let's use Poro for an example. He gave a lot of assists and he provided a lot of things, but Spurs were conceding left, right, and center. Even though they were, let's say, Poro got 6 points, 3 points for 2 points for playing, 3 points for assists, and 1 bonus point because the game finished 1-1. He provided assist. The other 2 goal scorers got the thing, and it was all right. But now he will lose those 4 points, and he may not get into the bonus point system. So good defenders in bad defenses won't be as rewarding as good defenses with good defenders. So basically, Guardiola, or Saliba, who is barely conceding goals, is not losing those points, so he's still a contender. But now there is added a goal line clearance. I don't add too many things for that because it's still a goal line clearance. It doesn't happen pretty often. Like the last season, it was 3 maximum or something like that I read somewhere. So it will be 9 bonus points more, and it will be in only 1 or 2 games. It may mean nothing, so I'm not saying a lot about things. But now a foul will be 1 bonus point. A shot on target will be 2 bonus points. So for example, Guardiola, if City make up their defense and play well, if he continues taking those shots and if he continues getting fouled, he will be a bonus magnet machine. Trippier, I feel like the same. If Newcastle are getting better, he has been fouled. He's making a lot of chances created. He's taking a lot of shots. So this will be good for him a lot. But the guys that are going to benefit the most, in my opinion, are midfielders. Forwards, for goal scored, they're getting a lot of bonus points as their strikers. Now, midfielders are getting less points for that. So if a forward scores and if a midfielder scores, there is a higher chance that the forward gets the more bonus points compared to the midfielder if they finish on similar stats. Now, a foul one for a player like Saka and shot on target for a player that takes a lot of shots on target is going to be detrimental. I'm more and more considering a player like Saka, but a player like Haaland, a player like Salah, that will matter a lot to them because Salah takes so many chances. Like, he has at least 3 or 4 shots on goal. Haaland the same. He is wasteful sometimes and he just hits the keeper or misses the target. But when he hits the keeper, this will get added more and more and more, even though he misses. And a single goal for him, it's an immediate 3 bonus points. So now I get the price of 15 million, and I believe that attackers that take a lot of shots are going to benefit, while defenders with teams who are conceding, now they're no chance for bonus points nonetheless. And even if they perform well, if they concede goals, there is even less chance to get the bonus points. So I'm hardly deliberating, should I put a two defenders that are expensive or should I go just for some defenders and then be it? But we have at least a month to think about that, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. So that's my taking on the bonus point system. The shot takers and the dribblers will get more bonus points, but that does not mean directly that they will get more points in the game. It means that they have the ability to get more points in the game. So all in all, a good change for attackers, not so good on defenders in my opinion, not so well on goalkeepers, but we'll see how it goes and we'll see how the things are going to proceed when the season starts. Now there are some changes in the blanks and doubles. The schedules for the FA Cup will be different, as already mentioned, and that there won't be so many big blanks or so many big double game weeks. So using the chips in those weeks may not be needed anymore. So we'll have to rethink our strategies. let's see how it goes. Let's see, first of all, when the games are going to happen. It's so far ahead. I do not recommend using the bench boost and the free hit so early in the season. Keep it for up ahead. We'll have better options to use them with more information and with more things. So more, if someone cares about FPL Challenge is another mode for the FPL game. I personally don't care. I'll create a draft, but that will be it. I honestly don't really care about that. I hope this video was helpful with my insights, with how I plan to utilize the chips, with how not the chips, strategies, what is going to go through my head. Am I going to make any changes to my draft based on that? I personally don't know. We'll have a tinkering. We'll see all the prices today. We got Ben White for 6.5, which is kind of strange because Guardia was 6, 27. Am I going for 6.5 White? Probably not. Son is 10 million, which is a good thing in my opinion. Like 10 million, pretty okay. Penalty taker, over 200 points now with more shots. He has been fouled a lot, so we'll see if we're going to integrate him into the squad. A lot of things are going to be discussed tomorrow. I hope the game is being launched. So today, basically when you're watching, the game is being launched and you'll be seeing me on the stream. If you want to be notified, just subscribe and hit the notifications. That will notify you when I have the deadline, when I have the building stream live. Just like this video, comment down below if you think those chips are going to affect a lot of things. We'll have a lot of discussions. I'll be preparing more and more during the preseason to address everything. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye.